now that the Fnatic roster is done, Giantix is almost done. They get the bot lane. SK Gaming, same thing. The only big question left is Rogue. And as we explained, Rogue still cannot make offers to players because it's no secret today they have those discussions to sell to spot. And as long as this is not finalized, as long as Rogue don't know whether they sell to spot or not, they cannot make any offers, regardless of which organization will be fielding that roster.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously, like you said, just when we pull up the transfer hub, that's the big question now. We see so much stuff filled in, and then you just have Rogue kind of sitting there chilling, trying to figure things out. Yeah, any kind of updates or any new information or whatever? I know some people have talked about what if they can't get the deal done? What does their offseason look like? Budget, maybe some updates like that. I don't know. Is there anything? Obviously, we're still waiting, and we don't have anything huge yet to bring, but any kind of new information or tidbits or anything for people?
Yeah, so obviously with the Fnatic move now, Mickey and Upset not possible to Rogue. They were considered by Rogue. They have had the discussions with Rogue, but Rogue cannot make offers, as I said. So yes, if you are Mickey, if you are Upset, you don't really want to bet on Rogue. That still sees a lot of uncertainty. So it makes sense that they, but I was going to say other good profiles in DLC want to lock themselves elsewhere. So this is a complicated situation for Rogue's off-season because there's not many players left. Yes, you have the McDonald's team, you have Jankos, who is still free to pick up, but now that the best profiles are out, it will be really difficult to convince Jankos to join, also because Jankos is not the cheapest player. So if Rogue don't get the deal, probably not realistic. We'll have to see. But into bot lane, Rogue will have to seek for newer options now. Upset Megix, impossible. Hans Samdi, we talked about it yesterday. Is going to LFL. He was an option for Fnatic, but Samdi also had discussions with Rogue, so that's another option that's gone. Many other options are gone from Rogue. So very, very difficult for them to find players. What I can say is that now Rogue is exploring options in Korea. They are talking with a lot of players in Korea. So because of season in LCK and LPL is always so late, luckily Rogue still have players that can be available to pick up in the Asian region, but it will be difficult to find any top profiles in Europe left. I would like to give more info, but I myself wonder how they will figure it out, because you can only have 2 imports on the team. If you cannot have Jankos, who do you get? Because ERLs, even tier 2 in Europe, is starting to be locked down. So you only have so many options left. It's possible that Rogue managed to have some good Korean profiles, some of the best players that are left over on the market, but it seems complicated. And if they cannot do that, maybe the roster will be very different. So remains to be seen. In the top lane, it's not impossible that Finn is out, but as we know, the only player that's secured on the roster right now is Larsen.
Yeah, and I can only imagine. No, you're good. You can go.
I have a question for you, Ulu. Do you think some players can break verbal agreements with their teams to go rogue? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, a verbal agreement is a verbal agreement, So, yeah.
I mean, I think if Rogue, I think it's possible, but I think that would only happen if Rogue sell to spot, and then this new organization come in and they want to spend a ton. Then yeah, if you want to convince some ERLs players, maybe some other players in the LEC who are under verbal agreements, maybe you can. Technically, you can even still buy out a contract of any player at any time right now. So in theory, it's possible. No, the thing is, all teams now consider that their roster is done. Yeah. So it will be very hard, because if
I think it's
you will make a lot of enemies if you do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think it's really difficult because they will find finally something in Korea for bot lane or something like this. But if they don't have other chance, like they have to try it. You know, I will understand their position. So yeah, we will see. I think it's really early. Like first they need to solve what is happening with the spot. Oh
yeah, definitely. I think we can still wait before we get Rogue roster moves. So that will be interesting. But I doubt any player leaves their roster to go to Rogue. Nowadays, a lot of verbal agreements include a sign. You do have to sign some sort of form.
Yes.
That you will sign a contract later, basically. So, like, even if it's called verbal agreement, it's not just verbally saying yes. It's actually you are signing that you will sign a contract later. Obviously, legally, it doesn't hold as much value as an actual contract. So technically, you can break it, but still not ideal. And yeah, the thing is, all teams, all players do consider that rosters are locked down. Some teams are even preparing to scrim next month, to go on bootcamp next month. So yeah, I think it will be very difficult. I think Rogue will mostly aim for players that are still available in Korea and maybe leftovers in Europe. Who is leftover? Jankos, Finn, Adam, but he doesn't seem to be their option. Photon. Who else do you have? You have Patrick in ADC who is still available. So maybe they can mix some of those players, but yeah, it's looking difficult, and maybe there's even a world where those players find that team too. So then who do you have left?
Yeah, and even talking about like imports and stuff like that, I can only imagine what those conversations are like, being like, hey, do you want to leave your home country and come over to Europe? Like, we don't know what's going on with the organization. We don't know what's going on with our budget and everything. But like, it seems like it would be like a really big risk for some kind of, Korean player to come, like even verbally accept an agreement on Rogue right now to come into some situation that might be, just really, really up in the air. Like, that seems like a really, really tough pitch. So, if it's hard to pitch to even the European players, I can only imagine, pitching to other people to come move and uproot your whole life and all that. So seems like they're definitely in a difficult situation. Obviously, I don't think any of us expected it was going to take this long or drag out this far. So things are only, I'm sure, getting more complicated by the day.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Rogue, the only team left where we still have to share news of in the LEC, other than Giant X Jungler, which should be done really soon. So yeah, keep that in mind. We will update you once there is news, but yeah, for now, Rogue still very much on hold.
Everything we are doing here at Sheep Esports for the rest of 2024 is powered by Holy. This is an awesome company that makes great tasting energy drinks that also just so happen to be healthier than the competition as well. They sent me this starter set deluxe, which comes with a Holy shaker and then 14 individual servings of Holy Energy, Holy Hydration, and Holy Iced Tea. So you get a ton of awesome stuff for a great price. And if you want to get even better price, check out the first link in the description below. Use discount code SE5 to get €5 off your first order, or SE10 to get 10% off your entire basket. If you guys want to help continue to allow us to provide the amazing coverage of both Worlds and the offseason that you guys know and love, definitely check out Holy, buy some stuff. It would mean the world to us. Thanks.